everyone, this is Archive of 12, and today we have a new song from GoldenEMP, it's a Baldur's Gate 3 song called Mindflayer, and it's alongside Out After Winter. Never heard that individual before, so I guess we're going to be introduced to them for the very first time. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch that my commentary, because we'll be pausing and we'll be talking about it. And I am very curious to see how GoldenEMP has covered the topic of Baldur's Gate. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, is it animated?
Come when cools my breath, try to feel you.
Hold on. Oh, there is no closed captions. Okay. I was hoping that there'd be closed captioning so that way we can hear we can see the lyrics on the screen, but I guess that's not an option. So sorry about that. We'll do the best that we can. I normally do best when following along with the song when I can see the words. It's an auditory / visual processing thing. But, you know, we'll see what happens.
Come when cools my breath, try to feel you in my head. A coast of golden waves sits frozen in place, like time won't pass me by. See fireflies as the fire rises. You break my mind as I lay here in silence, close to God. Yet somehow I'm not.
This is a very emotional and almost depressing song in its vibe, because if you know anything about Baldur's Gate 3, the entire point of Baldur's Gate 3 is a little depressing and kind of messed up because of the fact that you have a little tadpole in your brain that's slowly trying to turn you into a squid monster and then control you and help you and try to force you to help the giant brain that controls you to take over the world. So like this definitely has a vibe that would fit very well into Baldur's Gate as part of its soundtrack. But in general, it just has this very like oppressive vibe to it that's just talking about, like, you know, the unfortunate circumstance you currently find yourself in.
Mindflayer, pull me down by the river. Mindflayer, rip me out, non-believer. Change me, make me better. Say you'll make me whole. All I need is shelter while you cut me to the bone.
I'm wondering if Out After Winter is the artist, or if they're the one that did the guitar. The composition is GoldenEMP alongside Thomas Palacios. I'm almost positive I butchered that, so I apologize. So it sounds like they're the ones who did the music. The lyrics were written by GoldenEMP and Out After Winter. Okay. And then John Old did the mix and master, and the video is by Hidoyet. Okay, well, Hidoyet did a fantastic and beautiful job of creating this very simple and yet still somewhat fitting like art for the video, because it feels, the way that the art is done is very simple. There's not a whole lot of details to it usually. There have been a few instances where they've been far more detailed, but for the most part, it's very simple. It conveys the message and gets the point across. It's messy, it's chaotic, and that fits like the vibe of the world of Baldur's Gate that we find ourselves in when we're playing the game. We're like, there's so much going on all at once, and we don't know where the hell to turn or what to do or any of that stuff. So this is this vibe overall fits very well with the nature of the game. Uh it's been a long time since I've seen a music video that does something like this. And I know it's somewhat common for certain genres or certain songs, but it's been a long time since I've seen a video that's done it like this, where the characters aren't too terribly defined. They're not obviously worried about staying within the lines. Uh, the overall like drawings are more like sketchworks in a flip book that are just going on, and because of that, it looks super chaotic. Sometimes things like morph into blobs and then come back into more detailed forms. Like it's a unique way that you only see every once in a while to do an animated music video, and I think it's done really well here.
Calm my heart, hand on my chest, breathe your poison.
And then you have scenes like this where it's more detailed that devolve into less detailed. And it's still got that same rough edginess around it.
Every breath, you know what I'm thinking. You're still watching me sink on my Mindflayer. Pull me down by the river.
I like that little callback because that's obviously a reference to one of the songs in Baldur's Gate, where it like the main part of the end part of the chorus is down 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 by the river. Uh so that's a nice little like call to actual music in the game. I really enjoy that.
Rip me out, non-believer. In the end, where my pain like a crown, stay while you put me down. I know it's not what you do. When you take all of me, will I finally be free? Though it's not what you choose. Mindflayer, pull me.
That entire section like ramped up a little bit in both energy and intensity, and that was it almost changed the vibe of the whole song for a moment. Like it went from being like mostly depressing to being like, I'm going to fight against this depression and give myself some hope. But now it's like transitioning back into like sort of accepting the situation at hand, which again is very thematic for Baldur's Gate, because initially you're attempting to fight against the situation, and eventually you kind of have to like accept that you're going to have to use the situation to your advantage if you're going to survive and win. So like whether or not you actually give in to the illicit powers, become a mind flayer yourself, or just acknowledge the fact that there are just some things that are going to be like more difficult to do if you don't. It's you have to come to terms with all of that at some point. And that's what this feels like. Is like the beginning part kind of felt like, you know, analyzing the very problematic and depressing situation you find yourself in. Then you get that ramp up, which is where like you're going to fight against it. You're going to make sure that you take it head on. You're going to defy all the odds. And then finally you come down to this ending part here where it's like accepting what's going on with you and what's going on with the world around you and trying to figure out how to best make it into your own. Try to make forge your path using what you've been given. So that's, I don't know if it's supposed to be that deep, but that's what I'm taking away from this.
Down by the river, Mindflayer, rip me out, non-believer.
That was nice. That was very nice. Again, I might be reading into things a little too much when it comes to stuff like that, but that's how I interpreted it. It overall, this was uh a very good tribute to Baldur's Gate. A very nice, inspired Baldur's Gate song, and I can't wait to add this to one of my like more easier listening to playlists on Spotify, and just relaxing to it, because as sad and depressing as it was still very relaxing. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Arkoff12, and I will see you in the next video.